How's everybody doing today? Y'all look lovely. Okay, can I just say that the girls are coming through with the background? Shout out Julie and the lady B when she comes in. Can we just take a moment at the arts, the beautiful art? It's Black History Month, baby, and it's giving painting. It's giving Pablo Picasso. It's giving what it needs to give today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, first off, does everybody want to drop in the chat where they're from? I'm in cold New York. What we got? Okay, all right. We got Connecticut. Okay, all right. We in the east side. South Florida. Warm. I'm jealous. Very jelly. It's giving very jelly. No peanut butter, baby. Philly. Ooh. LA. I'm jealous. We have two LA people. Why did I not remember this? I should have remembered this before. Goofy me. Little old me. No peanut butter, baby. No peanut butter. Okay. Even though I really do enjoy peanut butter. I will say. I do enjoy it. Oh, Madison coming through with a trucker hat. What does it say? Ooh, like a trucker hat. It's really cute. Ah. Okay, first off, can we talk about how Tyler's jean jacket looks really nice? I'm trying to get like you. Is it Shiva? Is faux fur? No shade, no shade, no shade. It's faux fur.
It's, you know,
Ah, not with the collar. That's the flex of the collar. On Dutch. Okay, all right, okay. It's giving taste. That's what it's giving today. It's giving taste and all of that, baby. All of that and more and more. Wow. It's crazy how we're all here during Valentine's Day weekend. Anybody want to unmute themselves? Say what they're doing for this weekend? What's your plan? Cricket, cricket.
I mean, it's not like anything new, but my Valentine's Day is starting off terrible. I was trying to get the Carmine Jordan 6s this morning and it didn't work. I had two phones and a laptop and I wanted to get them for me and my boyfriend, but I was unsuccessful. So womp womp. So hopefully this event will give me the energy that I need back to have an
Ain't
enjoyable
nobody getting those,
weekend.
Tiffany, so it's fine. Ain't
No,
nobody getting those.
I was there. Okay, I was on.
Nobody.
I was on. I was on sneakers. I was on goat. I was on, like I said, like 4 different things. I could have got them for goat, but they were like $100 more than retail, so I didn't feel like it. But anyway.
Okay, all right, okay. At least you got them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the present right there. Our presence is a present. You know what I'm saying? That's something worth more, like more than money. I would say that's if you don't have really like a budget. Like I don't have a budget right now, so my presence is my present. You know what I'm saying? Also, shout out to the self lovers in the building. Self love weekend too. Don't forget that. Very important. Come on now. It's tea. It's tea. You know what I'm saying? You could also do self love and couple love. You know what I'm saying? You could do it at the same time. That's actually what you call a healthy relationship. Healthy tea. That's another workshop in the process.
well, if it interests you, I'm heading to work, and then this week I'm heading to Tahoe, and I'm about to propose to my girl.
Oh,
What?
Not he dropped that in there so casually. Like
I'm just about to propose to my girl.
gonna go to Tahoe.
Woo! Yay!
excuse me. It's the lady.
Julius has been. Oh, my bad, Brianna. Go ahead.
It's okay. No, what were you saying? Holy shit. Yes. Emphasis on the holy. Yes. We love that matrimony, baby. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it's Lady V, the Lady V, the girl, the woman, that lady, Lady V poetry. How are you, lovely?
I'm good. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me fine?
Yes, we can hear you. You're good.
Okay. I had to find a different connection for my microphone.
Yeah, you're great. Ooh, you look so wonderful. Wait,
Ah, thank
BK,
you.
we love that. But you always coming through with the makeup though. That's one.
I try. I do what I can when I can do it, you know.
Definitely. Oh my goodness. Well, hello everybody. I am so excited for today. Thank you for coming out, Finessed Media. I am your host, Brianna Knight. Today we are going to be talking about spoken word poetry and how it connects to music, aka how can we be better songwriters when thinking about poetry, spoken word, the whole nine. Also, please remember that we do have a contact sheet. You know what I'm saying? So, in the name of love, community, family, and all those different things, fill that joint out. Somebody's going to drop that in the chat for a moment. Yeah, yeah. So for today's agenda, we're going to start off with a wonderful Q&A, and then we're going to go into a listening session. And then can we get some snaps? Can we get some snaps? It's the cool kids club. That's what it's giving right now. It's the cool kids club. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I'm so excited. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, first off, Lady V, can you tell the people where you're from, what you're about, and just give us an introduction, lovely. Oh my goodness.
Hi, everyone. How is your day going so far? I hope it's all well. So I am Lady V Poetry. I was born in a small town in South Carolina called Swansea. It's about 20 miles south of Columbia, which is the capital. And currently I live in Charlotte. I am a spoken word artist, an author, a motivational speaker, and I'm also a DJ. So just to give like the high level of me and what I've been doing. I started off doing poetry, spoken word. I can remember from 12, right? So, so I've been doing it almost 25 years now. If I'm telling my age, I think I am, but it's okay. I'm not complaining. And it's what I say, poetry has been the best form of therapy that I never knew I needed. At a time when my grandfather died, he was my only living grandparent that I ever met. And, I'm the youngest girl, spoiled rotten. And so that took a toll on me. And I saw myself lashing out towards others, being angry for no reason. I'm like, what is this? I'm a nice person. This is not me. So I started, instead of like taking out my frustrations on other people, I just started writing. And my ability to leave it on the page gave me release, and it allowed me to relax in my everyday life, because you don't want to be a sixth grader trying to beat up everyone that's walking by your path. I'm just saying that's not a good look. That doesn't look good on your permanent record. So yeah, that's me. That is me.
Awesome. That's crazy. Speaking of, first off, there are so many things that you're doing, and 25 years in the game. Can we get some snaps for Lady V? First off, that's a woman doing the damn thing. Okay, queen status. That's some boss lady type level stuff. But with that, how do you feel music growing up impacted the way that you approach your poetry? Because I know you said you come from a musical family.
Yeah. So my dad is a minister, right? And we used to travel around going to different churches because he would get invited to speak. And sometimes it'll just be him, my mom, and my two brothers there. And so we'd have to lead devotional. And as part of leading devotional, you have to sing hymns. So I grew up in a church learning to sing hymns and contemporary gospel music.
Mm.
And that is the underlying theme to a lot of my poetry, is centered around music, simply because of growing up in the church. I started doing band, I was singing in the choir and everything else like that. And so music is innately just a part of me. Even if you listen to my live show, I'm singing for no reason, just singing. And I'm not going to say that I sing well, but I sing. And it's okay. And that's one thing that I do love about poetry. When you incorporate other types of art, you don't necessarily have to be the best in the business at it, right? As long as you're still able to convey the correct emotions, to connect the dots for the audience. And it is great. So music is bred in my bones. The Layla Hathaways,
All right.
Anita Bakers,
All right.
Donna Summer,
All right.
Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin. Like, yeah, I'm an old school music head. Don't let this baby face fool you. I'm older than most would think. But yes, I'm happy about the musical foundation that I have that was instilled in me from my parents. Even my dad likes the Isley Brothers. He would play the Isley Brothers all day, every day. All day, every day. And for you all that don't, the Isley Brothers and Lee Williams and the Canton Spirituals. So we have somebody who sings quartet music on this side,
Mm-hmm.
and then somebody who sings real from the soul R&B Like that's me.
Wow.
You might get a hymn or just a full whole out growl from the belly soul bout. Anytime. You never know. Never know.
And the passion, even and just hearing it in your voice as you're speaking about that, it's crazy. Also, shout out to my church kids in the building. If there are any kids who grew up in the church who are just exploring artistry, shout out to us. All right, okay. All right, okay. Now, also the old heads for music. Come on, I know y'all out there listening to the Ice Brothers and everything. Come on. All right, okay, with the thumbs up and the heart emoji. Come through, come through. And just thinking about music taste and just how that's influenced you, how do you feel about music now and spoken word poetry? Do you feel that poets have a big enough platform when we talk about music?
I think poetry a lot of times takes a backseat to other art forms, and we don't get the praise and the shine like your rappers and your name brand singers would be. And what I would like people to understand is that poetry is in everything. No matter what type of art you do, there is a form of poetry that goes into it. You're a rapper? Hello. What is poetry? Conveying a thought through words, conveying a picture through words. What is rapping? You just putting a beat behind it. And sometimes nowadays these rappers, they words and their beat don't always go together. They don't know how to stay on the beat. That's another subject for a different time. We're not gonna go there. But we gonna get back to poetry. Okay, so poetry is in everything. Even so I dilly and dally in painting. I'm not going to say that I'm a painter. I can paint landscapes, and that's about as far as I'm gonna go really well. I can do landscapes well. Even when I'm doing a landscape, I look for the poetry in this. Like, what type of emotion will this convey? And that is everything. Poetry conveys emotion. Art, I think, should convey emotion, period. If it doesn't convey emotion, then it just needs to be in a journal because it was just for you.
Wow, I love that. Are y'all taking note? Write that down, write that down, write that down, write that down. Give a snap, give a snap, give a snap. There's poetry in everything that we do. Speaking of poetry, when we think about songwriting, because they both mesh together, what are essential things that songwriters, musicians can try to include from poetry into their lyrics? What can we do?
So the best way to do is like think outside of the box when you are writing, right? So for music, let's say you want to do a cliche, but you don't want the audience to necessarily know what a cliche is, right? So what are some of your local colloquialisms? So I'm from the South, right? And we say that don't butter my biscuit. Someone who is not from the South might not understand what that means, right? That means I don't agree with what you said. I am not going to co-sign what you said. So how can I convey this emotion of that don't butter my biscuit for everyone who ever listens to it? And so it might be, I don't like what you say. It don't float my way. Come on back, come on back. So I'm still telling you that don't butter my biscuit, but you understand even if you're not from the South. And that's the main thing. And in poetry, it's just how can we make that full metaphor translate with music? How can we paint this entire picture through song? And that's everything. That's poetry. How can we paint it through words? How can we paint it through performance? And that's what we all need to take away.
Oh, child, wait, get some stats for that. Hold on. That's powerful because when we think about music, it's crazy. There's a time and a place for everything. You brought it up how there are within rap, you are a poet. You are having to mimic those syllables, that the rhyme, like everything, the flow, even melodies. And first off, Lady B, stop saying that you can't sing because you just sang for us that moment and we all were vibing. I just want to say that.
I think
we had a few clap emojis and everything. But even then, what do you think that songwriters, poets, like, what do you favor more? Story, emotion, or just metaphors, bars? What do you favor more within there?
Ooh. So I mean, it depends on what day. Like some days, I wanna, I wanna sit back, listen, and actually be taken on a full journey. So for you to take me on that full journey, it might be through the metaphor and allow me to draw my own conclusion. And then other days, I don't want to think that hard. I just want you to tell me what it is and you to be honest with it. So at the end of the day, I think as long as you're honest with what you're saying when you're writing, you will find your audience. And many times your audience might change from one song to the next song, but still show your versatility in what you can bring to the consumer for their ears to hear. Right?
Wow. Powerful. I think about it's just like something is appropriate each time and day. And even then I like that. I feel that sometimes when we think about hip hop, people are like, there's only the mainstream and then there's underground, but there's so many different pockets. Even then with poetry, for example, there's spoken word poetry, there's slam poetry, there's paper poetry, right? Like we even have for some albums, Kehlani had Raina Biddy did the intro, did an interlude for her, right? And then we have is it honey? I think it's salt, honey. I think it's Rupa, if I'm correct. There's another paper poet that people quote a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have where people watch button poetry. Shout out to anybody in the building who knows what button poetry is. You'll catch those people crossing over into music. There's also Jamila Woods work with Chance the Rapper. What do you think that musicians can do to better basically provide a better platform for spoken word poets? Is it that feature on an album? Is it perhaps poets should dip way more into music? Should they become rappers? Should they start DJing like you? What can musicians do better?
I'm going to say that I think it doesn't, we can't all depend on just one, right? We can't just have the people who are rappers and singers always reach out to the poets, and we can't have it all fall on the poets. Collectively, we have to do better. So we need to collectively do more featuring together. So like I might have this poem, right? And I think this poem might sound better with the hook. I might have already written a hook, but to cross over, I might actually get someone who sings to sing the hook that I already written. So that way I can be exposed to their audience and they can be exposed to mine, because this industry is so cliquish that it irks my nerves. I'll meet people all the time who are singers, who are rappers, who are poets. And like, well, I don't go to the singers open mic because I'm not a singer. I don't go to the rappers open mic because I'm not a rapper. And one thing I can say, when I first started here in Charlotte, North Carolina, I did not limit myself on where I was going to perform. It didn't matter what your event was, because I'm true to my craft and I know that I have a message that will resonate with your audience. So I was at the hip hop shows doing my poetry. I was at the R&B shows doing my poetry. I was at the coffee house put on by what I call backpack rappers. I don't know if y'all know what backpack rappers are. So then how do I say? They're more conscious rappers. They might not always, have the best hygiene, but they are conscious about what they do. It is a very earthy smell when you go to their open mic. I'm going to say that it's very earthy. But I wasn't ashamed because I didn't per se rap or I didn't sing. I wasn't ashamed to get on their mic. And that has allowed me the ability to be in multiple cliques, because they are still cliquish, but they might show up at my poetry show, all of them.
Very chameleon. Like, can we get snaps for that? First off, that's just a bar in itself. Yeah, Tiffany said lateral networking, brand partnering. Yes. And also that versatility. Speaking of, what has been your process as a poet right now, COVID, a pandemic? Like, how have you been able to keep your creativity going?
Because poetry is life, every day, I'm writing poetry. I might not physically always write it down, but every day I am spitting poems. I am writing new lines, or I'm just like, oh, that's a poem. Like I'll say something, be like, oh, that's a poem. Yeah. And that's the way I keep my sparks flowing. Most of the time on Mondays, I do like to try to give myself that time to actually write. On Mondays, I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to write about what I'm feeling. I also do, I restarted my Motivational Mondays, and it's just like a short message to kind of like get you through the week. And that's how I keep my creativity going from as far as poetry goes. Just staying relevant, having my creative juices to continue to flow. Because when you stop using it, you'll lose it. And I don't want to cut off the pipe. I want the pipe to keep going.
Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. You don't want to cut off the pipe. Write that down. You gotta use it before you lose it. Write that down.
Right.
That's wow. And then even then, first off, being a whole DJ, a whole spoken word poet, there's a lot of performing involved in there. I know we have some rappers in the building, singers in the building, people who perform. How has music helped the way that you perform your spoken word poetry?
When I'm doing a feature, I actually start off with music because you never know what type of room you're walking into, but music is a universal thing that connects all. So I say, "How y'all doing tonight? How you doing tonight?" It's just a way to say, "Hey, I'm here, and it's time to get the show started," right? And that's like my icebreaker to let people be brought into me. Um, Poetry, it gives you a sense of your soul, my soul. I am a very emotional writer when it comes to poetry. And so I don't want to just throw all of my soul on you at once and you're not ready to take it on, because that could either damage you or send you on a whole natural high. So I want to build you up to that point so that way you are brought into my world and it's not overwhelming when you get there. It's like Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole, right?
Wow, I love that. Basically giving people a snippet, a taste. It's kind of like when you first building up a poem or a song, that beginning, that intro part, you want people to kind of understand where you're coming from, but you don't want to overwhelm them with what's going on. Especially as poets, I feel like the cliche is like everybody's really sad, we're really angry, we're upset. So it's kind of like I can't just, like you said, I can't give you my soul all at once. These are gems. Y'all better be writing this down, the pen, the paper, the notepad, the laptop, whatever you want. Write that down. That's a gem. Even then, that applies to life in itself. We can't just throw everything all at once in the beginning. We gotta ease our way in. Lady V is just the wisdom, the gems. And then on top of that, I'm just wondering, orchestra. So we sat and we listened to orchestra on Spotify. Lady V, what? You are casually sitting in front of our face. Give a snap for Lady V. Hold on. Let me put that out there. Let's clear the air. All right, okay. If you just got in here, you're like, what's going on? Look, go search up orchestra by Lady V and get your ears together. Your ears need to be blessed. The passion, the way that you talk about easing it in for everybody. How did it come about, that process? Orchestra is this wonderful, powerful piece that's talking about what's going on right now, activism, the Black community. How did you come about that piece? And like, just
So that piece was actually written in 2016.
wow.
Yeah. So it's sad that it's still relevant,
Mm.
but I'm going to say that I'm not a current events poet. So it's also just the story of my life, right? And that came about because almost every day I saw something on the news where another Black man gets shot, another woman gets shot. They're left on the street. And when I say left on the street, I literally mean like they were left bleeding on the street.
Mm.
And it wasn't always a cop. It wasn't, sometimes it was a hit and run. Sometimes it was some kind of argument, like domestic violence situation. Sometimes it's like you disrespected me, so you lose your life. And I'm just like, is this what we're doing now?
Mm,
Like, do we not value human life anymore?
mm,
And so once um, the whole metaphor is the comparison of what I was seeing daily through the news, or just me going out to an actual orchestra, and how things happen when you're composing music. Um, some of your composers, instead of changing the key signature, they'll put a whole bunch of accidental notes
mhm.
because they don't want to address the entire thing. They just want to do just this one part. Like like it's not every day. Like this doesn't happen all the time. Right? And and I would see like mothers. I saw Trayvon's mom on the news crying for justice. I saw George, his family crying for justice. And so it's just like Black mothers solo unisons in eulogy. Like, how do you explain, I have a solo here and I have a solo here, but we're soloing at the same time saying the same thing?
Wow. Are y'all writing this down? Just think, just poetry, right? In itself. You know how many songs have these crazy metaphors, and the fact that Lady V was able to relate that to the current times. Crazy how that was a piece that you made within 2016, as you said, and it's still relevant today. We truly can use our art, whether it's you being a poet, a musician, a producer, to say something profound and make it poetic. And even then, that easing it in portion, orchestra, what? Just the analogy? I mean, like we have a lot of analogies and songs that we use. Like, you know what I'm saying? People use oceans. What else is there? He was a metaphor of oceans a lot. We have where people like to talk about tears, they could talk about plants, but you brought in orchestra, and that's, please go listen to that. The link is in the chat, please, definitely. Oh my goodness. And then with that, Lady V, since somebody did bring it up, where can we hear your poetry? Where can we find you, lovely? What are the projects that you have coming up this year, next year? Can we just know? Get a snippet of something. Can we get the tea? Just a little bit, a crumb, just a crumb, a little crumb.
Yeah. So you can find me always on Instagram. My Instagram is Lady V Poetry. My website is the same, ladyvpoetry.com. My book, Pain in the Quiet, is also available on my website. I think I actually have one right here. I'm not trying to do too much moving because this mic picks up every little noise. But Pain in the Quiet is my book, and orchestra is actually in there.
Okay, now.
What I'm currently working on is actually putting Pain in the Quiet, um, doing the audio book, recording that as an audio. So those who they like to hear something while they're driving, they can listen to it. Or some people just don't like to read, and I understand that because I also have dyslexia. So I'm not a big fan of reading. It takes me a little bit longer to get through things. So that's what I also want to do. Next up, as far as poetry goes, my second book, it is called Moon Phases, and that will be released this year. Had a little bit of hold up with the editing, so it was supposed to come out this month, but it's going to be a little bit longer wait. I'll see, fingers crossed. And that is for the adults. I'm going to say the adults. Moon Phases. It is a book of erotic poetry. Yeah. And so as far as poetry, that's what I have. Kicking off. I stopped doing my morning motivations because of COVID, because people weren't supposed to be getting up and getting out of the house. And then I'm like, no, people still need to be inspired. So I started back doing my morning motivations on Mondays. I post them every Monday morning. And then as far as DJing goes, I have the Goddess Takeover mixtape dropping on March the 1st.
Purr, baby, purr, purr. That's coming up. It's coming up. It's February 13th. Right, write it down. The calendar, the laptop, the notepad, pen and paper. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, and I'm so excited about this project because all of the artists that are featured on the project are actually women. And as
Oh,
far as mixtapes go, we don't have a lot of women only mixtapes that are not from one specific artist. So I wanted to fill that gap. I saw the void and I said, let me step in and fill it, you know.
Okay, we love that. We love just the advocacy in that and the unity, the community within it. We love that. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all, if you couldn't get anything from this, it's literally that poetry and music are powerful tools for whatever you're trying to say. Whether you say it bluntly or you feel like having metaphors, double entendres, that's all on you. But just make sure you have that passion behind it because we hear it as you're speaking. And as Justine said, busy woman. My goodness. Oh yeah. Again,
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the only part of it because I also I run a business. I run Two Team Entertainment with my sister, and then I'm a part of a nonprofit organization. Ain't Right Tribe is my poetry group. I see one of my sisters in the building down here at the bottom. Open book. Hey, love. Also, I am a coalition DJ. So being part of coalition, we have a lot of stuff going on. And so it keeps me busy, but what I can say is being busy allows me to not deal with the fact so much that I'm stuck in the house all the time because I am a social butterfly. So COVID was something that I had to get used to, but I'm saying that I was able to find a new added on purpose. I was able to focus more on some things, and it allowed me to prioritize things better because I've stopped doing a whole lot of things. If it don't bring me joy, I don't do it anymore, y'all. I'm just
write
being
it
honest
down,
with you.
a gem. Let's snap that right now. Right now, right now, right now, right now. We in that season. It's winter. It'd be terrible. Sometimes you're like, I don't know if this makes me happy. I don't know if it makes me upset. If it don't sit right with your spirit, do not do that. A gem.
Right.
Wow. We love you. There's so much love for you in the building. Can we snap one more time for Lady V? One more time for the lovely, lovely Lady V. Oh my goodness. All right, look, y'all. I'm done chatting away, giving you all sorts of information. If you have any questions, drop them down in the chat. Let's go. Ask Lady V some stuff. Talk about poetry, music. She DJs. Like what? Ask her questions. Ooh.
Okay, Madison.
Go ahead, Madison.
Okay, so I know like as a spoken word poet, you always are constantly like, you want to write all the time, you want to write all the time, but there definitely has to be a time where you have a block, right? And you just nothing comes to your mind. You feel like you're not creating anything. Like how do you get over that block, or if you even get one?
So if you ever get writer's block, the best thing to do is sit down, go to a room that has a lot of color, right? And then just start writing what you see. Whatever you see, write it down. And then try to connect what you see with the next thing. So right now I'd be like, I could say, I sat in the living room on the Zoom call, looking out at the blank wall. I saw nothing. Is this a current space that I'm in, a space of nothingness? Or is nothingness just the absence of everything, allowing me to bask in the glory of my stillness?
Ma'am,
Wow. Snap that, snap that,
ma'am.
snap that, snap that, snap that. Wow.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
And literally, okay, so I'm looking at you in the Zoom, and in my room, the wall in front of me, there is nothing on it at all. And so literally it's just write down what you see. It doesn't have to be quote unquote rhyming. It doesn't. But anytime you have a block, if you just start to write, that starts your pipe flowing because there's a cap on your pipe. So you gotta poke a little hole in the cap. You starting to write, it's poking a hole in the cap. Next thing you know, you just keep doing it and the whole cap is gone. And the creative juices will flow.
Wow. That was
That's great. Thank you.
impactful. Ooh, Madison, that was a wonderful question. You come through with the questions. You can also raise your hand if you have a question. That's cool too. We family, I promise. She won't bite. I won't bite. Ooh, Tiffany, go ahead and mute yourself.
I have a question. As we're talking about kind of the intersecting of poetry and artists, have you found that maybe a lot of poets kind of end up as writers, or do any poets kind of aim to be writers for musicians, since writing is so easy for you?
Um, I'm not going to say that I know a lot of poets that aim to be writers for musicians, and the reason why is because poets, we sensitive about our craft, right? And when you're writing for someone else, a lot of times you have to release credit, and you have to give it up. So I'm not going to say it's a lot of us, but I'm going to say some people want to try. Like, I think I want to write this song for this one particular artist. They might not want to do it on a massive scale. They just might want, I just want to write this one good song for this person because I love them as a singer, as a rapper. But they don't want to do it on a massive scale because at the end of the day, they know that they're almost essentially like a ghostwriter, and ghostwriters, they get no praise, they get no love because you don't even know they're the driving force behind this hit record, right? But I do think I personally think that it is something that all poets should try. I do.
So that was a lovely question.
Right, right. I'm sensitive about my stuff.
Ooh, D, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Well, Lady B, I just want to say, I applaud you for, taking that step to become a poet. And, I did poetry since I was a kid. I was also known for poetry before I started writing lyrics. So I think poetry is what helped me get into writing lyrics. And I also want to say that I was in an NAACP poetry contest when I was a kid, too. So there's like a lot of contests you can enter, like Vocal. That's a good website where you can write poetry and actually win a contest and get paid for it. And I just applaud you. I've been trying to get my friend to do her album, publicly, because she has a poetry album, but she kind of scared. So but and I do want to work with a poet. So one day, I might hit you up to work with you because I believe in thinking outside the box.
Most definitely.
Got to bring some new things to the forefront. So, I just wanted to let you know, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And don't rush your friend to share her stuff with the world yet, because as an artist, it took me a while to do my book simply because I have dyslexia. And I was like, how will my spoken word convey on the page? And sometimes there are internal battles with all artists. So that might be the reason why we're not putting out there on a massive front, because it's something that we have to get over within ourselves. So keep being encouragement to her, right? And it could just be like, I'm not ready, I don't think it's good enough, or whatever it is. Keep encouraging her to do the art, but don't like be nagging and push it out there. Don't be pushy about it. But I thank you for being that advocate for your friend.
Oh, no problem. Well, the only way to overcome fear is to, face your fears. So I encourage you to face your fears. All right.
Wow, that was powerful. That was powerful right there. Just take your time, especially right now. If we can learn anything, take your time. The art will come, it'll always be there. You just need a moment. Justine, I know you said you had a question.
Hey, thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Lady B, for being a part of this. My question is, as a poet, what defines success for a poet? Like, what would make you go, wow, I made it? Or anyone who's an aspiring poet, what's success for them?
So I'm keen to not speaking for other people, right? Because success as a word, it is an individual thing. So success to me might not be success to you. So me personally, I think I'm successful in poetry because I have the ability to touch people. Some other people are like, well, you don't have 5 million followers, so you're not a successful poet. I'm like, no, that's not the same thing. But for me, when I'm able to touch someone, that's success. When I had a friend who actually told me that they were they were going to commit suicide until they heard my words.
Wow.
So anytime you can save a life without directly touching someone, that is success. And I don't care what anybody say. I'll argue tooth and nail that that is success.
Wow, that's amazing.
That was
Wow, that's
powerful.
powerful. Wow. Thank you so much, Lady B.
You're welcome.
That was powerful. Wow. Oh my goodness. Words can truly change people. Even then, you never know how impactful your actions and words are. Yes, Lexi, that is awesome. Oh my goodness. I know y'all got some questions for this poet. I know for a fact y'all got some questions for this poet. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Do not be scared. Obviously, take your time. Take your time, as we said. But don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's okay. It's all right. We won't bite. I promise. I might nibble, though. Maybe a little bit. I'm joking. I can't do that. I can't do that right now. Okay. Ooh, Bobbin, go ahead.
First, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but thank you guys, both Lady V and Brianna. My question is, how is your relationship with like performance in terms of spoken word? Do you feel like it adds to your work? Do you think it's important for a poet to be able to do? And just what's your relationship / feelings about it?
So I've been called a performance powerhouse. I have. And I guess because growing up in church, I've been on the stage speaking my entire life. I can remember at 4 years old leading Somebody Prayed for Me for a whole congregation of people. And I definitely say being able to perform adds to the entire experience. And the reason why is because you have the ability to transcend just the auditory. So instead of you just listening to my poem, you can see me and better visualize what I'm saying. It's a whole body experience. So it's like going to your regular matinee movie from the IMAX. Like that is that kind of difference. And as far as even performing, you have to just get out there and do it and know sometimes that your emotions within the same poem, you can say the same line, the emotion you put behind it can be a good thing or a bad thing. How do you want the audience to leave? What do you want them to be left with? Do you want them to be lifted up, or do you want them to go and contemplate everything that they've already done in life? Right? So I definitely think performance is important. I definitely think that it adds to your poetry, and performance is something that can be learned. It is something that you just have to practice at. Perfect practice makes perfect when it comes to performance.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was powerful. First off, for everybody who's in the building who likes to perform, or even my karaoke goers, we're here. We're here. Yeah, take notes on performance. We out here. Ooh, ooh, karaoke. D, I see you have a question. Go ahead, love.
I just want to tell you, Lady V, because I'm full of ideas, but I don't know if you remember the Def Jam poetry show that they used to have.
Mm-hmm.
A good idea would probably be to like start another one. And not only that, there's now gaming and software that you can use to bring everything to life. I seen this one guy, I don't know who he is, but he used some type of gaming software, whereas he can turn himself into a dragon or something, and you could, it's a good idea to probably use something like that to bring your poetry to life. So it's just a thought, I'm just full of ideas.
Most definitely. So you're talking about videos and things like that. Most definitely. That's a good idea. That is that is a very good idea.
Make avatars. Yeah, Tiffany said it. That'd be dope. Also, shout out to everybody that remembers Def Jam. Can we get a snap if you do remember Def Jam poetry? All right, okay. Culture. It's taste. It's
I
taste.
was gonna say, I don't know who doesn't remember Def Jam poetry. I would hope everybody does.
You'd be surprised.
If you don't remember, it is on YouTube.
It is, it is. And there's also button poetry too, which like has popped up. I wouldn't say took the place of Def Jam. Lady B, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like button poetry, Def Jam, same par? What you think?
I don't think they're the same par. And the reason why I say that is because button poetry is specifically, most of their stuff is around slam poets, slam poetry. And when you watch Def Jam, it was more than just one type of poetry. It was your inspirational poems. It was your spoken word. It was your slam. Yeah. And yes, Def Jam, I do say Def Jam is more powerful, but I don't know if I think it's more powerful because I've been watching it for so long. I was younger and now I'm in my 30s, and button is a newer thing that just came out. They'll go around to open mics and different poetry shows that have their own poetry show and release their videos, but it's still really centered around slams. And that was it. That's why button poetry was created, to shine a light on slam poetry, because slam poetry was not getting the shine as big as, Def Jam was. But yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And also, if we're talking, this sounds like, Brianna, what are these words that you're saying? Button who? Button where? Def what? You can search it up. They have some dope poems. If anybody remembers from the Tumblr era, shout out to my people that were deep on Tumblr. Yeah, we in here, we out here. Yeah, gang, 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 we out here, we out here. There was this poem, I don't know if anybody remembers, where he talks about having a tick and his tick, and he made like a love poem about it. It was dope. Kit Kat knows the vibe. Kit Kat knows the vibe. Yeah, yeah. That's deep on the archives. That's deep. But yes, awesome, awesome. Wow, this was just lovely. If anybody has, we have room for one more question. One more.
Oh, Brianna, I have
Go
a
ahead.
question. So I wrote it in the chat. I wanted to know what poets thought about Amanda Gorman, and like if her recent success has impacted that world in a positive way, maybe influence some future poets, and like your thoughts on her.
So what I'm going to say is, anyone who is a poet that is getting shine, and you're getting shine in a good way, it's always good for the poetry community, always. And the reason why is because it's putting poetry on a platform that is not a normal place where poetry resides. So I'm going to say that. I am going to say also that I think it's very impactful. And I think within the next couple of years, you'll see more poets in other places where you don't normally see them. Like, if I remember correctly, there's an insurance commercial now. I think it's an insurance commercial where they're actually doing poetry. He's on the stage doing poetry. I think it's insurance. Either way, it's a guy with dreads on a stage doing poetry for a commercial. So I think you're going to see poetry as far as someone performing it more. Even though poetry has always been conveyed in the background of music, it has been conveyed in the background of all your commercials. There's a jingle writer, quote unquote, and a jingle writer might have written a poem, and that's the underline that's playing in the background while you're watching this Cadillac Escalade go by, right?
Mm-hmm.
And instead of it being just the person who is doing the poem is not seen, I think we're going to be on screen. And I can't wait for that day. I do think there will be more singers that will reach out to poets. I do feel there'll be more rappers that reach out to poets, because I listen to a lot of underground stuff and I hear the crossover. I see the post, hey, I'm looking for a poet. I need a poet to do this. I need a poet to do that. And I also think that there'll be more poets doing theatrical productions. right? Yeah, theater. And I just can't wait. I know it's coming, and when it comes, it is going to be a welcome breath of fresh air.
Ooh, poetry
Thank you.
renaissance, the perfect word for it. Can we get some snaps? Can we get some snaps? These questions were amazing. This was amazing. Lady B, you're amazing. And we just thank you so much for coming on. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I think poetry will no longer be a blurb. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
poetry is in the front. It's just be a little blind. Right now, I think we're colorblind a little bit. Or better yet, if we could find poetry blind, somebody make a nice word and we'll try to put it in the dictionary. But basically,
Yeah.
one day people shall see. And I think that's coming
Yeah.
tomorrow. I mean,
I think people's tunnel vision will get removed.
was just about to say that, yes. Because even then,
Mm-hmm.
if you think about the inauguration, we had a spoken word poet come. Think about
Mm-hmm.
that already during the inauguration. That's powerful. Just, even then, there's also poet laureates. That's a whole other thing. But first off, talk to Lady V if you want to know more about some poetry. So if you have questions, you're like, Brianna, I was so scared. I just didn't want to talk in front of everybody. I'm so sorry.
I think Lexi had a question.
Let's see who did. You can ask. Go ahead.
Really quickly. First of all, Lady V, we listened to Orchestra Brianna, Tiffany, and I yesterday, and we were blown away. I was sitting there listening to it, just thinking, wow, especially as someone who's come from a spoken word background, and I used to be in a gospel choir as well. The written word means a lot to me. And so, first of all, thank you. My question was just, what's one big piece of advice that you could leave everybody with? I feel like you have such great experience. It would be really helpful for people to hear.
In everything you do, be true to you. That is my the best advice that I can give anyone, because it's something I say all the time. Be you, because no one can be you better than you. And so in everything you do, just be true to you. It doesn't matter what the world thinks, because at the end of the day, I'm being true to myself, and that is what matters most.
After that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, thank you.
That was powerful. We are so grateful to have you, Lady V. You've just uplifted a lot of people, encouraged a lot of people, and probably inspired someone to write. So if you were like, I don't know what to get my partner for tomorrow or what to do for myself for tomorrow, now you have an idea. Hit that poem. Yeah, get that. Give us four bars. But listen, so we have the other half of this thing, and I'm so excited because you know what it is. Do you know what it is? Because I know what it is. Submissions. Yeah, I would have theme music, but you know, my speaker died. So we out here. Tech is not on my side. But anywho, let me set this up. Let's get it going. I'm excited. First off, what? Ooh. All right, okay. So we have Walk on Giraffe by, hold on, let me make that bigger. Okay. We have Walk on Giraffe. Let me move the thing by Charles Partida. And we also have Midnight Madness. So I'll play 90 seconds. Let's get her going. don't be mad at me. Pavin, how do you do this? How do you cut off the fire and not have people be mad at you?
Yo, that bass line.
That was,
Like, yo, yes.
that was.
Charles, are you in here, Charles?
Yes, I'm in here.
Yeah, that was fantabulous.
Thank you.
Fantabulous. And yes. Ooh. Okay, my bad. Go ahead
No,
to the next one.
Thank you.
Go ahead to the next one, Brianna.
It's all love. That was banging, by the way. We love that blues, by the way. New Wave Blues is also, y'all should get into that. It's really, really popping. It's great and it's powerful. Any Woo! Okay. I'm not playing favorites. I'm excited for everybody, but Elsie's always popping. So we have what? Girl, what? Girl. All right, okay. It's giving very, very, what is wrong with Breeze? So I'm going to come back to that girl. We're going to come back to that girl. But Patrick J. Derilis, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Pat, are you in the building? Cricket. That's okay. That's all right. But we have a submission called Nimbus. Let's get to it.
Yeah. Yo. Flying. Nimbus. 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 Take me away. On cloud infinitum, they really can't find him. He's soaring away so far. Now who really set the bar? They flying with variants. They still stay staring in, but they can't get it in. I like to think I'm a Saiyan, no believer of God, but I'm praying my waves. Gleam on horizon, center myself, wise on my wealth. Nimbus, flying. 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 Nimbus.
Glide through the air like I'm Kakarot. Pass me the puff and the master plug.
There's dust on my clouds, probably because of the lines like aviation. Motherfuckers is masses, clueless about their foes, like who I'm facing. Bitch, you think this a race? You better sit down, float on some smoke, synergize energies mentally. Fuck presidential stuff. They really wanna end the GDP's this stock market.
What? That was Justine and I was bobbing. He was bobbing in Lady V. What do you think, Lady V? That was dope.
That synthesizer that you have on it, that underlying, like you're going through the clouds sound in the back, but the yeah, that's fire. And then to hear the words, okay. At first I was like, where we go? Flying Nimbus. Okay, flying clouds. Yes, clouds. I'm on cloud 9. Okay. It sent me there. Like it transported me to the sky, and I can see the visual now, right? You're on the cloud and it's like a city in the clouds and you're just flying Nimbus. My bad.
You know, it's a vibe. I was
Yeah.
It's the connection. It's the connection. We see the vision. It's the vision. The tunnel vision. Yeah, we see it. Yeah.
And anytime a record can do that, automatically you paint a picture. That's what you want. Point blank period. That's what you want.
All right. Okay. All right now. Finding the poetry in it all. Crazy. Woo. So we have New Day from You're a Goddess. Oh my goodness. I'm excited.
Rise up, Woke up this AM, I give thanks for a new day. Maybe this will be the one that sets me on my way. Been traveling this world so long, not sure where I'm supposed to go. Making wrong turns forever. Hopefully today the Most High will show me the light and direct me to my destination. The sun is shining, but they said it was gonna rain. They don't know what's gonna really happen, they just assume. That's why I know I gotta keep pressing on, no matter how terrible at present seems the storm. Cause he has the final say and will do what he wants. We are just the vessels. If we answer his call, he will protect and guide us. So I know I gotta stay strong and get to my work. Stay focused on the light and let nothing take my soul. It's so hard though when folk wanna treat you wrong. Try to break it down and keep you low. I know I'm supposed to be reaching the level of highness and let the love flow. But in these times, I just don't know what is real and what is fake. Folk out here perping, trying to infiltrate my peace, break me down, take advantage of my kindness, and trying to steal my crown. At this point, I'm coming with guns blazing. I don't care who get hit. I'm so tired of dealing with this unnecessary bullshit that's dead. Too much real life affecting my dome. My folks out here trying to survive with faith. Start the zone, rise up. Rise up. Rise up.
What?
Yes. Where's this goddess at? Where's this goddess at? Nura?
Hold on.
Yes, honey. You better rise up. Listen.
Yes.
You.
I'm trying to get on the camera.
Okay. So, excuse my dogs. I was in here yelling and stuff. Yes. I like that. Add to this whenever you do it live in the beginning before you start doing your poetry, whatever you want to, I'm gonna call it poetry. If you call it rapping, that's fine. I'm gonna say it was a poetry. You have the space to actually fully engage the audience and get them involved with the rise up, allow them to be saying rise up with you in this track. And you rise, and then just literally make people get up, like out of their seats. Make them get up.
Wow. Powerful.
Okay, thank you. I got my baby making noise, that's why I got it on mute. Okay, but thank you. Yeah, I feel that. And that's why this just came last week. I finished it and I may sing this song in a contest. So I'm hoping that it goes to the world because it's time.
Right. Yes. We support you, goddess. Yes. That was dope. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Crazy. Dang, these submissions. Lady V and I is bopping. We bopping. Just the night, yeah. Like I can't see nobody else right now, so it's no shade. I don't forget y'all. That's all I can see right now. But we vibing. It's a vibe. Right now we have internal damnation.
I wonder why you hate yourself so much. Yes, you. No, not you that's watching, but there's somebody out there whose melanin feels like a curse instead of blessings. Their mind is replaying oppression into conviction, and from their mouths they're spewing out loneliness, anger, and deception, painting itself as wearing your Black Lives Matter shirt, but saying hurtful things to us in the Rainbow Coalition, pushing your agenda of blackness that only seems to be gray to me. You're mixing your blackness with the oppressive tools of white supremacy. Your paintbrush is smudging your heart.
Wow.
And your eyes are caught in a tunnel vision of childish banter, but you say that I ran to them. No, I never ran. Okay, I'll admit it. I was once caught in the web of tokenism, and being called the good kind of black was a compliment to my ignorance of self. But when you know better, you do better. You don't try to manipulate your messages as black resistance when it's just black oppression. Willie Lynch told God that he wasn't needed. Willie Lynch told God that she was too much for this world. Willie Lynch told you to hate yourself and you believed him. So why are you mad at me for trying to pull you up? Eternal damnation.
What? Oh, wow. Lady V, can you give us, do you even have a word? I know I don't have a word.
So, in the poetry community, I'm about to say something, right? When you like something so much and you're at a loss for words, you just say fuck you. And the reason why is because that was so good you wish you wrote it and you didn't. And so you feel disrespected because you didn't write that, like the artist did you wrong because they blew your mind. Yeah. It is by anytime, okay, for those of you, anytime a poet is wholeheartedly meaning like I sincerely love you, they might say F you and they don't literally mean that. That is like one of the best compliments you can ever get. But yeah, and that's eternal damnation. Yes.
That Nomad Z and
your paintbrush is smudging your vision. Is that what you said?
Yes, entirely. Yeah, I did wish I wrote that.
Go ahead, honey. Go ahead. Go.
I don't know. Like, do y'all feel that in your spirit? Because I feel it. Lady B, do you feel it in your gut? Like, I felt that in my
gut. I felt it in my shando.
Like, wow. Powerful. Wow.
Lexi said, run it back.
Like, yeah. Make sure y'all filling out that contact sheet. That's what I got to say about that. You heard some of these submissions. Make sure you filling out that contact sheet. Okay, right now. And if you're like, oh, I don't see their name on the contact sheet, I definitely think that you should try to search up these people. We had Nomad Z. We had Sean Thomas. We had Patrick on there. I'm gonna bring back Elsie. I didn't forget. We had Charles. Let me stop. I'm gonna just be fangirling the whole time. Don't mind me. Anyways, speaking of me, I decided why not. I also do spoken word poetry. Lady B, she knows for open book. You know the vibes. Open mic vibes, poetry vibes. So I did do a visual about 2 years ago. So like I'll bring it back and show a little bit.
Something's in the water. Something's in the rain. Could have gone, forgot her, but some things don't ever change. Couldn't see you shining.
Put my foot forward in the door. Didn't think it'd slam on me. Rejection shadow doesn't bother me anymore, but wasting her time is annoying. Following the curvature of your hands, I tried to read our future from your palms. I never saw anything.
Tell me you're almost back home. Don't wanna sleep here alone. What I've been seeing, baby, is water.
Okay, I apologize for that one thing. I don't know what else you want.
Let your actions reflect that you always talking some bullshit. Nothing ever adds up with you.
Now you gotta come after me. You just.
Why would I not come after you if you never doing shit?
What are you talking about? I'm never doing shit.
You never do.
foreshadowing things we couldn't feel in that moment, aware of the frequency of your voice and getting lost in it, how your tone could fall up and down, the way you made me feel up and down, circles around, how I prefer to not feel your absence.
Wow. I haven't watched that in a long time. That was wow. Lady V, yeah, well, what you got to say? I'm in my bag. I don't know about anybody else.
First of all, you ain't had to come up here and show out like that. Second of all, why you ain't had sent this to me before?
Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad.
Exactly, Lexi. Exactly. What she said. Yes. But no, I loved it. I love that. And that intro was fire. It is a vibe. And yes. Anytime I like putting music and poetry together. I'm not saying that it always has to be done, but when you effectively do it, it's a whole nother vibe in itself. And then these words, I can only imagine what the rest of it is like. Someone else said we need the link, and I'm going to say yes, we do need the link. Keep it up. I seen your other works. So I know. I can only imagine.
Oh, we just be dipping. We be dipping and diving. Hold on. I do have to try to pull up Elsie, and I do need to like log in. But Lady V, it's gonna sound so on the spot. But can you give us a snippet of something if you're comfortable with it? Would you want to give us a snippet, at least of maybe the orchestra one or something, as I try to set up? Okay, you can also just be like, no, girl. But I can also just talk about poetry. Both are perfectly fine.
I can give you orchestra. So
a snippet, because everybody has to go to Spotify. We all have to get in our bag. We'll actually get on our laptop and our phones and definitely go get the link, but a little bit, just a little bit.
Yep. So a snippet, right?
Snippet.
Black mothers solo eulogies in unison, a chord progression on repeat. Silent cries of why must I bury my child echoes as loud as a triangle in the concert hall through a measure of rest. Their questions, a call with no response. Prayers for dying babies never reach the director's back, so the world doesn't understand the magnitude of their loss. I've heard the community's desires for Black blood to cause more than riot fall on deaf ears. Hashtags are no longer sharp because they become so natural, a part of our daily lives. Their names fall flat like accidental notes on the staff. The composer, says this is an isolated occurrence, as if there's not another death, correction, accidental note every measure.
Wow. Give the snaps. And it's crazy because it's Lady V's tone that first draws you in. Like, you might not even know. Lady V could be like, please go wash your butt, you stink. But it's the fact, like, the way that she says it. Like, you have to. Wow, hashtags are no longer sharp. That crazy. Today was really powerful. That's what I have to say. But again, if you want that whole piece, yeah, y'all better go check it out. I know Tiffany threw it in the chat earlier, but make sure y'all check out Orchestra, because that was chef's kiss phenomenal. Like, it's looking like the painting you have back there. Mine, by the way, I think Justina's is that a self-portrait, or like what is going on back there? Because I like it.
So that's me on a banner. It is a picture of myself, and I sent it to Vistaprint. I got my name on the bottom and all that good jazz. And when I travel, I take it with me, so that way, when it's time for my feature, you'll already see my face before before I get on the stage. And it's just, I love it. When I go to colleges, it comes with me. It's my new best friend. You know, it's me in actual physical form. So it is going to be two of me. God said the world couldn't handle two of me literally. I know this is the reason why I'm not a twin, because the world would not be ready. But this is how we get around that.
That is dope. First off, we just want to say for all my peeps trying to take notes on marketing, that's it right there. That's it. That's what a lot of people have been doing. Like Lady V is known. She'll have her piece like her, or she'll just have something that she's done in the background as she's about to spit or as she's hosting. That's free marketing right there. Even if it's throwing on a t-shirt or something like that. Write that down, write that down. Especially I know Tyler, you managing it. Write that down, write that down, write that down. Get some stuff in the background, a big blow-up picture. It might not be as beautiful as Lady V, but you know what I'm saying? Get that picture in the background, All right. I did get Elsie's song. First off, I want to say that, hold on. Girl, come here. All right. Whenever Elsie submits, I'm so excited. Like, she's consistent. I know Julius is consistent. Also, Julius dropped his new song. But anyways, I'll bring that in when I play it. Anyways, let me get Elsie, and it's what?
What am I doing? What am I doing here? There was a time I knew where I was going. There was a road all laid out. How I wandered aimlessly on that road. What a life that was. What?
Okay, wait. I messed with a transition. I just want to note that before I forget to say that. I messed with the transition. Elsie, what? What do you not do? Jeez. Lady V, what?
What?
Girl, what?
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 What? Yeah.
Yeah, we need
it's just the sereneness of this is great. And the way you look back, what am I doing? We've always, if you lived long enough, you had a what am I doing moment. And to bring the what am I doing moment to the forefront in art is always great. And then the background was so complimentive of what you were actually saying. Because I've heard some sometimes when people put words over music, sometimes the music can overpower the words. Or they don't gel together well. And I'm going to say this is a perfect execution. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. That means a lot because I definitely thought about that a lot, trying to balance the two.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do, and it is a very, very delicate balance. You know how they say it's a thin line between love and hate. And I'm going to say when it comes to music and words, it's a thin line between too much, just right, and not enough.
Wow. Yeah, you did that. Per usual. That's why I said, what is it that you cannot do? Because that was, and to only give us a minute and 10 seconds, I got beef with you. I want that to be longer.
It's like an interlude transition song thing, poem. Yeah. And yeah, I actually, because I love this because I don't really consider myself like a poet, but this felt really strong. Like I had written actually the background music a while ago as a lyric And then I felt really strongly that I needed to like put it into, you know, just a really short, simple poem on top. And so, yeah, it was really, really rewarding to play with that as like a, you know, kind of like bridge into the rest of the album. So,
wow, loved it. Yes. First off, the intention. A lot of y'all have intention with these submissions. There's been a lot of like purpose behind it. And I just want to say that you definitely executed well. Like I hear the intention coming through. That was dang. Dang. All right. So when we dropping the mixtape, y'all? When we doing this? When are we doing this? Finessed Media mixtape. When is she happening? Because we get Lady V on here. Like what do we gotta do? Anywho. Look, it's Julius. Throw it back. Let's let's get back to this. Yeah.
What's your name?
It's Julius.
I can see it in your face. You wanna taste, I wanna call, I wanna wait. Want me to grab you by your waist? Easy call, give me 100, you'll get all of me. Yeah, I'ma catch you when you throw it back on me. As long as you don't turn your back on me. I'ma catch you when you throw it back on me. Keep it solid and don't turn your back on me. Nah, 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 nah.
It's every time with you. It's every time with you that you play a bop. And it's like, you are blushing. Do you see the red? Like, that's not the makeup, baby. That's you. That's first off. Can we talk about the I said, oh, so it's about to be a tune up in here. It's about to be a tune up in here. And it'll be
Oh, nah.
Okay, so when
Thank you. Yeah, I literally just made that beat. I had a couple of guys out here in the Bay hit me up for a collab, and they were like, I want to do some kind of Afro beat stuff. So that was like the first time I ever attempted that. Hopped on my guitar and was just like feeling it. And then, yeah, as soon as I made the beat, I mixed the beat and then wrote the hook and then recorded it. So I'm just waiting on the verses. And yeah, hopefully that'll be released soon.
oh my, I can't stop cheesing. That's the heat. Like hey yo, on Instagram, hit the DM. I gotta know about that. Because that if it wasn't for COVID, I'd be busting on. All right, yeah, we'll throw it back. Definitely would throw it back to that because that's a vibe, right? Lady B, what you? We would vibe.
Thank you.
So I hear it now. You got some artists that will be on this track, right? You said you're waiting on the verses.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting on the verses. So we're kind of like getting together what everyone's gonna do. We're supposed to link up when I get back from Tahoe this week. Get in the lab and see what they come up with, and I hope they kill it.
Most definitely. So you're doing the entire track, right? Like they're recorded.
What was that?
Where you are? They're recorded where you are.
So we're gonna get into. I'm not 100% sure what studio we're gonna go to, but we're trying to get everybody in one place. Like for me, I have everything at home, so I did all of that in my room.
That was going to be my only thing. When you're dealing with artists on one track, because this is produced so fabulously.
Yeah.
As long as whatever studio they're using, if they're going to be using different ones, they need to have the same production quality. Because that's one of my personal pet peeves is when the song's quality is not the same, and it's only so much that can be done through mix and mastering. Sometimes it can be so horrible that you can't even mix and master it together to make it sound good. But I doubt that you would have that problem, but I'm just ready for it. Like when it come out, just send it to me, because I was
Thank you.
throw it back. I don't have nothing to throw back, but I'll find something to throw back.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Yeah, I can't wait till we come together with this mixtape. And that's media. We gotta work. We gotta work. Cause that right there. Anywho, y'all, can we give some snaps for Lady V today? This was wonderful. Oh my goodness. I just can't. Thank you for gracing us with your joy, your presence, your encouragement, your just wisdom, the whole nine and everything. Please make sure that whatever I showed today, drop those links. And also, if you loved everything that was going on, please join our community, Finessed Media. We're a wonderful family. And if that didn't help you like much, like, oh, family, the music is banging. Like these submissions, that's from the family. That enough alone should be like, let me come over and join real quick. Because Lady B, like we said, I want to get right because I don't want to get left. Don't get left. Don't get left. Go right. Go right. Hit that 90 degree. Hit that. And also fill out the contact sheet. You know what I'm saying? Network, get to know some people and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Poetry world, music world, the whole nine. And also make sure you are following Lady B. Stay updated. Get right before you get left. Get right before you get left. Don't get left. Don't get left. She already 25 years in the game. Solid. Point blank. Period. Not even period. 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 But we love you so much. Thank you, Lady V, for giving us.
Thank you so much for having me. It has been my pleasure. I love every bit of it. And I can't wait to hear this mixtape. Oh my goodness. This is about to be fun. You know
what I'm Yeah, Lady V, yeah, we're gonna chat. We're gonna try to get something going because we have to. There's too much talent in this room. There's too much. Anywho, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Valentine's Day, y'all better love yourself. No negative talk. Yeah, I'm bullying you. You were negatively speaking to yourself in your head while we were doing this. Yeah, I'm bullying you right now. Cut it out. If you did it this morning, cut it out. If you're about to do it, cut it out.
Thank you, because I definitely told myself I ain't nothing but a Hallmark greeting card day.
Wait.
It's Hallmark Day tomorrow. That's what I call it, Hallmark Day.
You know what? Y'all sick of me. But seriously though, it's all love for everything. Ooh, Charles. Ooh, Charles had one more. All right. Let me pull it up. Don't leave it. I lied to y'all. I lied. It's like I was saying goodbye, but I'm really not saying goodbye. You staying here. Hi. You thought you were leaving? I fooled you entirely. You thought you was going somewhere? That's so sick. I really thought you was going somewhere. That's so sad. It's so sad how you thought you were going to leave the family.
Tyler, that's none of my business. Buy your girlfriend a gift.
That's not right.
Buy your girlfriend a gift.
That's not right at all. All right, okay. I'm going to share this with you, and we're going to bop this. Hold on. Boop. Midnight Madness. Charles, let's get it. As soon as it loads. I hope as it's loading, you're thinking about the gift that you're going to get your partner or yourself. Perhaps it's a foot rub. Perhaps it's taking a long shower. Perhaps it's some salts. Perhaps it's some crystals. Perhaps
that is my gift to myself tomorrow. Pedicure.
Yes. Manicure.
I'm so excited.
You know what I'm saying? The whole nine.
Tyler, that's what you can do. Get couples pedicures.
Yeah.
See, I already done bought stuff, but shit, I'm gonna say that next year. It's fake. It's a Hallmark holiday.
No, I didn't say it was fake. I did not say it was fake.
I thought you sound like you said it was fake. I'm gonna say Lady V said that Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? We don't need that.
I said it's Hallmark greeting card day. I didn't say it was fake.
I need to cut that out. All right, give it up for Charles, Midnight Madness. Okay, yeah, that definitely inspired me on what present I'm getting my partner. He don't know though. He don't know, y'all. I didn't go out. I'm gonna say that I'm just heading to the grocery store, but he don't know. I'm trying to actually buy that present. A last minute. I forgot. I'm bad. But what, Charles? That was a lovely note. That was really nice. But anywho, hopefully you filled out the contact sheet. You better join this community if you're not a part of it. And if you're in this community, I love you and I can't wait for our mixtape to drop. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you, Lady B. Shout out. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Bye, Lady B. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.